They're following him. He then opens up the freezer, grabs 4 water bottles. He then puts the 4 water bottles back. He walks to the front of the store, grabs his bag, and as he do so, you see a little commotion.
You have one in your pocket? You have one in your pocket? One in your pocket. Yeah. I don't have no water in my pocket.
Get you all up, fucking hogging him down. Like, for what? For what? Why be in our neighborhoods and try to serve us if you really think this of us? What's up, man? It's your boy Grubz. You already know what it is. We back with another video. Fuck the bullshit. We about to hop straight into it, man. Stop playing. For real.
So there's a dark cloud over my hometown city of Columbia, South Carolina right now. Last night, Chow was found not guilty of the murder of 14-year-old Cyrus Belton that happened back in 2023. Now, you don't know what happened. Let me give you a quick synopsis of the situation. Back in 2023, Cyrus Belton, a black teenager, went inside a gas station that I frequently went to. I wasn't a everyday customer, but whenever I went on that side of town, I would go into that store to get gas or something that I needed. Anyway, though, upon going into the store, the owners immediately tell him to put his bag in front of the door.
See, and I just want to let y'all know something. I already know the background on the situation. I already know how everything turned out in the verdict. Alright, but seeing this, it fucks me up, but it doesn't, it's a part of me that's sad, but I'm more angry about it. I'm more angry about it. Because this isn't the first time this has happened to our people. You know what I'm saying? And a similar situation like this happened back in in the 90s back in LA. You know what I'm saying? With an Asian woman, you know what I'm saying? She killed a young black girl. You know what I'm saying? And I think she was acquitted or she got some small time. I don't remember and I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest with you. But this is very similar. But don't ever forget, this is just to show you how real racism in America is still so much of a problem. But at the end of the day, this is something that we as black people, you know what I'm saying, we need to realize and stand up and do something for. And stand up and do something about, I'm sorry.
And what you got to notice about this story is that they often profiled a lot of black people.
And just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, Antonio's talks, you know what I'm saying, hella dope video creator, you know what I'm saying, very good, you know what I'm saying, very good content creator, you know what I'm saying, I like a lot of his talking points, he's very diverse. Go check out his channel and subscribe, you know what I'm saying, very dope content creator, bro, for real.
Though they're in the smack middle of the hood. Why do y'all purposely come to our neighborhood, sell us poison, do this and that, and also profile us? Like, why not just go set up a store around the people y'all want to be around, them white folks, okay? Anyway, right, this is a pattern we...
You know why? Because a lot of times with those situations, they don't got the money to afford to be around them white folks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of places, they got places in... They got systems set up in place where not as much of those Asian folks can be around those white folks. You know what I'm saying? But they could if they would be around them if they could. They want to, you know what I'm saying? But they can only afford to be around us. And here's the thing about when you have a business in the hood, you gotta understand the territory, okay? If you have a business in a high crime neighborhood, or you have business, you know what I'm saying, somewhere where crime is frequent, you should expect thieves. That just comes with the territory of owning the business. You know what I'm saying? So, having your response to thieves, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you can't be shooting nobody just because they take a bag of chips or whatever and they run out the store. Even though in this case, he didn't even steal anything. The young man didn't even steal anything. He put what he had back and then left the store. And y'all hawked him down. Two grown ass men hawked his ass down with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Some people trying to paint the picture that he might have been a problem because he had a gun. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand that where he's living at is quite a dangerous area, right? Where crime is frequent. You know what I mean? Probably in the hood. And if you grew up in the hood, if you understand the hood, right? You know what I'm saying? You will understand that, you know what? You got some kids that run around with guns because it's dangerous. Some people are in very dangerous situations, right? They don't even got to be in a dangerous situation. Because you're so close to it, you got to watch your back. But you wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand that. But the fucked up things is, the law in this country, though, you can't legally get a gun and carry it till you're 21 in most states. But what if you got somebody trying to kill you when you're 15?
See, with all of these non-black people, they come into our neighborhoods, make all this money off of us, and then still treat us like shit. Anyway though, right, he go into this store, he puts his bag down, and while he's walking through the store, the owners are watching him. I mean, it literally reminds you of the scene from Menace to Society. Y'all know the lady that was following Old Dog. This is the exact same thing that happened, right? They're following him. He then opens up the freezer, grabs 4 water bottles. He then puts the 4 water bottles back. He walks to the front of the store, grabs his bag, and as he do so, you see a little commotion.
You got one in your pocket? You got one in your pocket? What's in your pocket? Yeah. I don't have no water in my pocket.
Get you all up, fucking hawking him down. Like, for what? For what? Why be in our neighborhoods and try to serve us if you really think this of us? And I'm not saying this is all Asian people that come here to do business, all foreigners that come here to do business. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, I got a gas station right down the street. You know what I mean? That I go to every single day. They owned by Indians. And they're actually really nice to me. Never had no problems with me. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me too. Always nice people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But then again, right? If I would run into a situation like this, knowing what I know now, leave the circumstance. I would leave. You know what I mean? Especially if I know they want to act like this. I'm not buying shit. As soon as you follow me or you over there I'm not even about to open that shit. Yo, I'm out. He tripping. Fuck this. But he's a 14-year-old boy. Right? He not even thinking all of this. He's probably not even having this process through his mind because he's thinking, man, I'm just trying to go in here and get whatever. I mean, now I peep somebody behind me. Oh, shit, man, this lady tripping. You know, fuck her, fuck this, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now they up here getting... I expect this reaction from him. Because I understand where young men like this come from.
I don't got no water in my pocket, bro. I'll show you water.
They assume he stole a water bottle. A water bottle, right? And to be fair, no one should steal. And as an owner, I wouldn't want people stealing out of my store as well. But the thing about this is like, Chow is at the register attending to a customer. And he sees Cyrus, who supposedly stole a water bottle. So Cyrus leaves and the owner comes all the way from the back with his son, run out of the store for $1 water bottle. He didn't steal it, by the way, okay? Now, they didn't chase him, I believe, over 100 yards out. Keep in mind, Cyrus is a 14-year-old boy. So I can imagine the fear that's going on through his mind. Me personally, I wouldn't have ran. I would have been like, bro, just look, I didn't steal nothing. Leave me the fuck alone, you know? But he didn't do that. So he runs away. And this is how scared he is, y'all. He runs out of his shoes. He drops his phone. And basically what ends up happening is Cyrus Belton is shot in the back. I believe Rick Chow stated that he was in fear for his son's life. At the scene, a gun was found. But so what? If Cyrus was really going to, you know, harm them, he would have just shot them then and there. Right. And what you gotta realize is that in that area, y'all know how I feel about street life. I don't condone any of it, but I understand. That area is a bad area. So he had a gun on him for protection. And what you notice is that all of these, you know, non-black people, they are so cool with everybody expressing their American rights, you know, having a gun, the Second Amendment right, until it's a black person. But anyway, they found the gun on the scene. And supposedly Rick Chow was like, yeah,
talk about that, right? Right?
He was...
Hold on. You want to talk about sometimes they want to show up. Like, and it's funny sometimes, like in situations you want to give examples of, you see all these gangsters in rap videos with guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're not even real guns, they prop guns. You know what I mean? But then you don't want to talk about the YouTubers, right? You know what I'm saying? That's up here shooting guns and showing this shit for fun. You know what I mean? Showing this shit for you want to say they're showing this shit for educational purposes, right? But you got them doing dumb shit too. You got them shooting random shit, right? You got kids. You know what I'm saying? You got white kids. You got some white kids that's 8, 9, 10-year-old sharpshooters. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for them to teach their kids about guns. But yet, when black kids want to learn about guns, is a problem. When black kids got guns, is a problem. All black kids want to do is just shoot each other. And I'm not saying everyone has this mindset, but you see the fucking narrative that people paint?
Was about to shoot my
You see the narrative that they paint?
son, so I had to kill him, you know, yada yada. Rick Chow states that Cyrus was pointing the gun, but pretty much every other eyewitness says that Cyrus didn't have anything in his hands. And yesterday, y'all, Rick Chow was found not guilty. This shit broke my heart, dog. Me and my wife was listening to it in the car. We was in the car with our 3 kids, and we was on the way to get something for them, and she was playing the case, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, bro, they gonna find him guilty or something. I was like, man, it's 2026. I'm just trying to think positive. I'm like, yeah, man, ain't no way he gonna get away with this shit. Boom, not guilty, nigga. My heart dropped. I'm like, what? Like, bro, it just reminded me of Trayvon Martin back when in 2012, and I didn't even understand that at the time like that. I was like, 10 or 11 years old. I just remember Trayvon Martin, he was walking and got killed. I didn't really understand. But now to see in 2026 another situation like this happening, dog, it's like, what is going on, man? I damn near shed a tear last night. Just
Same shit that been going on for the same past 30 years, bro. The system doing what the system does, nigga.
thinking about it and just how frustrated, bro. Like, but to be fair again, it's really the prosecution's fault, right? In South Carolina, there is no first or second degree murder. It's just murder. Premeditated murder, right? So basically the prosecution set it up that it was premeditated murder from Rick Chow. That was what he was being charged for, not manslaughter, not second, yada, yada. So instead of them going for a lesser charge, like manslaughter, if it was manslaughter, he most definitely probably would have been found guilty. They didn't set up any other lesser charge. And I guess it was hard to prove that this was premeditated by Rick Chow, even though he had other instances of profiling people, the jurors, they didn't decide.
And I understand that. And I understand why he would blame the prosecution and why it really is the prosecution's fault, because you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to say from the moment he walked into the store that they planned on killing him, I think that is wrong. I think that is wrong. If he walked into the store and he just walked out, that wouldn't have happened, right? It was him going it was them hawking him down, you know what I'm saying? Him going into the refrigerator, you know what I'm saying, and grabbing some water bottles and putting them back. You know what I'm saying? For them, for some reason, that escalated the situation, especially him being a young black boy. It escalated the situation even more. Okay? So, on a first degree murder charge, yeah. I understand why that got beat. Now, it could have been second degree, it would have been second degree, or manslaughter, third degree murder. Yeah, definitely would have been found guilty. And probably now you face the maximum for those. Even if you face the maximum for manslaughter, you're looking at 30 years now. It ain't like back in the day where you get 10 years and, you know what I'm saying, you can get 30 years for fucking manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, sadly, that didn't happen.
Yeah, man, it's just an all-around sad situation, bro, and it's just been eating at me. And in my city, man, I've been going on Facebook. I'm seeing everybody mad, everybody out in the streets right now. They at the gas station. Apparently, they sold it, but they kind of still own it. So a lot of people are up there right now trying to get that shit shut back down. And I just tell everybody, like, man, all of that ain't really gonna do nothing. All that protesting in the streets and doing all this yada yada hoop ray, it ain't gonna do shit. What we really got to start doing is standing on business. Stop shopping at these stores. Stop going to the nail salon. Stop going to the Chinese food spot. Stop going to the fucking try to just go to mostly black owned businesses. And I know it's hard. That's the thing. It's hard as fuck because we rarely own shit. Stop going to these hair stores. We really got to make a stand and just show these folks that we not to be fucked with. What needs to be done is, we make a stand and we have more solidarity as a black community. Support each other, have each other backs more. And what happened to Cyrus is something that happened to a young lady by the name of Latasha. I'm not sure her last name, but I think it was in California, and a lady killed her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, bro, it repeats. We see this shit, it repeats. That's why I talk about the past all the time. Be like, oh my God, bro, you're such a victim. Shit repeat, bro. Shit repeat, man. And just even the amount of, like, even on the Asian community, bro, I don't know what the fuck y'all been on, man. All this with Japanese Twitter, with Chinese
Right.
Natasha dolls, with the Chinese going over and harassing the black kids. Like, it has been so much shit going on within the Asian community on black people. And
I don't understand that. But on a side note from that, what he said before about us standing up for ourselves, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these situations, what we need to do. Yes, we need to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Stop going into these spots, you know what I'm saying, that don't respect black people. Period. And I mean, and I get it, it's hard. He's right. He's hard. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? But some of you don't understand. You know what I mean? And that's part of helping us circulate the black dollar. Because the black dollar is some of the most powerful things we had. But we spend our money, you know what I'm saying, as black people on so much other shit that's not, you know what I'm saying, owned by black businesses. You know what I mean? You see a lot of black people, and there's nothing wrong with having nice things. Don't get what I'm saying wrong. But you see a lot of black people, they like to buy designer clothes, you know what I'm saying, from these fucking very luxury brands. You know what I'm saying? But some of these luxury owners are fucking racist, bro. They're racist. They don't like black people, man. Y'all don't. Some of these corporations do not like black people, and they don't respect our culture, bro. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't see it that way. You know what I mean? And they want it, and you know what I mean? Our community is so broken. Our community is so broken, right? You know what I mean? Where people, you know what I mean? Not enough people would even, you got other black people who would go against you if you try to make the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you try to make a positive difference and help other black people. If you're doing something positive, black people. There will be other niggas to come at you.
we was really the violent,
Before you even get to a white dude.
you know, group of people that they make us out to be, man, them folks would have been done dealt with. But yeah, dog, it's a very sad moment for my state and my city right now. And if you guys didn't know, Carmelo Anthony is about to go on trial soon. Carmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old who had to defend himself against two white boys that came into his tent. He had a little knife on him for protection, and he did what he had to do. He's about to go on trial right now for the murder of that. And man, just seeing how the system did Cyrus, I'm so scared for Carmelo. Right? So I've been, you know, trying to not really get in contact, but I've been supporting him. I think I donated. Y'all should go donate to Carmelo as well. And just get him ready, because we see how this system do black boys. There is no grace for us. Our boys are seen as grown adults. And like, man, I'm just, you know, I'm scared. I'm scared for him. I really feel like it, bro. I see Carmelo as like one of my little brothers. I see Cyrus as one of my little brothers, my little cousin. Like I see.
And this shit make me kind of scared too, bro. Because what y'all don't understand, bro, I have little brothers, bro. I have a little brother right now that's in college. He plays football. You know what I'm saying? He's down south. He down south playing ball too. And he go to college with some of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he go to a racist school, but there are racist people around. You know what I mean? He told me about, he told my other brother about altercations he had to deal with. And just try to keep him, I just want him, you know what I mean? I want the best for my little brother, man. So I understand, you know what I mean, dealing with, you know what I mean, and oh my God, like I haven't dealt with racism like that in real time, you know what I mean. The kind of racism we deal with in Philly, it's the quiet racism. They ain't about to call you nigga to your face. They know, you ain't seeing that out here. You know what I'm saying? On some shit, niggas will probably fuck you up for that, for keeping it real. You know what I mean? Quiet racism. You know what I'm saying? The racism where they just look at you, give you that look. I mean, all right, I'm going to stay away from you. I mean, I'm just not going to talk to you. You know, I'm in a position, if it's a power position, then I'm just not going to hire you. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what, maybe you just got to work something out. You can't stay here at the company. Subtle racism. It's a little different.
I see all of y'all as family, dog. And just for that shit to happen, bro, I damn near, like, you know, done broke down, shed a tear and shit, man. And yeah, as we can see, bro, this the gas station right now. Everybody out there mad. And you know, the sad truth is, like I stated, bro, time gonna go on. People gonna forget. You know, life gotta keep going on. Sad thing, bills gonna have to get paid. And everything is gonna go back to normal.
And see, and the fucked up part is people don't talk about, this is why some people would do fucked up things. This is why you had that case where the cops killed this other man. The case where the cops killed this man's son and he killed the cop. This is why you have people like that exist. Situations like this, man. You know what I mean? Situations like this. Cause that, you know what I mean? This is somebody's son right here, man. This is somebody's son we talking about. Shit like this. Shit like this will turn a man into a monster. That you do not understand, bro.
That's the frustrating thing about it. You know, we gonna be mad for right now, but this shit gonna go back. Like, just look at Trayvon Martin. I keep, you know, I'm gonna keep comparing this shit to Trayvon Martin because just the whole way that shit went about. You know, he killed Trayvon, cold blood, got off on it, signing Skittle bags, all type of shit, right? People dressing up as Trayvon for Halloween. Niggas still walking around right now. You know, everybody done forgot about him. And it's gonna happen fucking again, man.
And that's fucked up, bro.
Man, I swear to God,
that's so fucking corny.
How is it possible to be this evil? A 14-year-old comes in your gas station. You accuse him of stealing 4 water bottles, and before he heads out of the gas station, he flattens out his hoodie pockets and shows you that he doesn't have anything. You and your son chase him down for almost 2 football fields and shoot him in the back. 3 eyewitnesses say that the boy never brandished a gun or showed a gun to anybody. He was running for his fucking life, and you killed him. Even if he did steal, which he didn't, it was $4 worth of product that you killed him over.
That y'all probably get for 20 cents a fucking pop and sell for. Let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real. Y'all probably get those water bottles for 20 cents a pop, 30 cents, 50 cents a pop, and sell them for $1.50, $2. Come on, bro.
And South Carolina jury just found you not guilty. Being black in America is like just living in a constant 24-hour nightmare, bro. And nobody believes you. Nobody.
That's the thing, y'all. Nobody. I'm telling you, bro. They'll be like, "Oh, you're a victim." Look, I'll say we got niggas in fucking the little basic logic, nigga, all the way in where? Somewhere in Europe, trying to tell us what we go through in Black America. Asian motherfuckers that never dealt with us.
And I hate when fucking foreigners talk about Black American history and talk down on Black Americans. I swear I do. You know what I'm saying? I really do. A lot of times, in my personal experience, I've heard it from Africans. You know what I'm saying? Liberians, South Africans, West Africans, people from, you know what I'm saying? You got people from Ghana and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro. You know what I mean? And I would never speak down on it. I'm not trying to speak down on another continent or another group of people. That's not what we're here to do at all. You know what I mean? But you have no right to speak on Black American history and compare it to like African history. It's not the fucking same at all. Black Americans who went through slavery and stayed here over time have a complete history and a complete different lineage than those Africans, right? Whether it be West Africans, Liberians, you know what I mean? Any other countries in Africa, because Africa is a continent with countries in it. So it's very diverse. You know, the history ain't the same. Our cultures ain't the same. Y'all can't talk about the Black American family. You don't understand the history of the Black American family and what happened in our country. And you want to talk about the Black American family. You know what I mean? You want to talk about how... Like, you want to talk about how, you know what I'm saying, like, our fathers ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Black women are loud and messy and, you know what I mean, overweight and they do all this other shit. You think we just woke up one day like this? You think Black America just woke up one day fucked up? Even during slavery, man. During the most fucked up times during racism up to the 1960s, we had family, civilization, respect, class, education. You know what I'm saying? Even with the most, at the time, with the most racist around the most racist time in America. You know what I'm saying? And I can speak on this. I have people in my, y'all don't realize how close this is to black Americans. You know what I mean? My grandmother on my mother's side experienced racism. You know what I mean? My grandfather, my step granddad, you know what I mean? Not my grandfather by blood, but close in my life like he was my grandfather, experienced racism too. You know what I mean? My grandfather, straight A's all through high school. Straight A's. You know what I'm saying? He was born in 1942. Right in the middle of World War II, man. You know what I mean? In high school, straight A's. Scholar student. You know what I mean? Didn't get the same scholarship as his white counterparts. And got higher grades than them. Good test scores. Real shit in time. You know what I'm saying? Say he remembered, he was 26 when Dr. King died. Already out of college. He was a dentist. Had his own, making money, had his own office. In the 60s. In the fucking 60s. In his 20s. Right? But the fucked up image that they put out there, bro. The fucked up narrative, man. You know what I'm saying? How things change, man. How things, you know what I'm saying? You don't realize how much the crack epidemic, drugs destroyed the community. Not only that, feminism. How much feminism alone destroyed families in America. Don't talk about that though, bro.
Telling us what we deal with in America. Like, it's so fucking funny.
But feminism was an idea that started by who? White women. Not by black women. But that hurts everybody though.
Frustrating, bro.
Believes that it's fucked up for you and that people hate you for no reason, and it's all a joke to them because they don't have to deal with things like this. So it's so far-fetched from the reality that they live in that they just think it's fan fiction. It is, how evil do you have to be to find this man not guilty? One of the most open and closed textbook hate crimes that I've
Literally, bro. Man, something gotta be
ever
done.
fucking witnessed. Ever. And he's not guilty. He killed a teenager that was running away from...
Man, look, man, I'm done. I'm done. Cause I can hear about how mad niggas is for this shit all day long, man. I've seen this time and time again, and this shit just pissed me off. It do. Shout out to Antonio for... He's better at articulating these situations better than me, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? And I need to work on articulating myself better. I say a lot of things a lot. I ain't gonna lie. But... appreciate the video breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go subscribe to his channel and check him out, man. Situations like this, when I was a kid, bro, I was sad about this shit, especially after watching the movie Fruitville Station. You know what I'm saying? Learn about that man's story in real time. You know what I'm saying? How the cop only got like, what, 2 years probation? 2 years and only did like a year in jail, I think. Or maybe something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it hurts my heart, but I'm at a point where I'm angry. It makes me angry. It makes me angry about a lot of shit and how people still view black Americans. How fucking foreigners still view black Americans, not even knowing our history. Right? Talking about them racist bigots, right? And that clearly can't identify another a racist motherfucking bigot, or when something is wrong. And when you're dealing with a racist bigot, when you're dealing with a motherfucker that's just completely a bigot, they remove all logic and all reason from the situation. Psychologically, it's just a hate wired towards you. Crazy, man. Crazy. Our community gotta stand up for shit like this, man. It's other shit I want to say, bro. Not for YouTube. Not appropriate for the platform. Definitely not. Be aware of the things out here and be aware of the system. Be aware of this shit. Cause this ain't my opinion. This is just facts. You know what I'm saying? The justice system give harsher sentence to black men more than they do white men. Not my opinion. Facts. The truth. On record. Stay up out here, man.